is another privilege God has allowed me to come and reason with you tonight. The title for today's meeting is Prudence. As children of God, every single moment we live on earth, we encounter different circumstances. We encounter different situations in life. And every single one of them, as we encounter, we need to consider how are those circumstances going to affect our lives. So as we live and we encounter these circumstances or these life situations or life matters, we need to have prudence. So we need to understand what's the meaning of prudence. Prudence is a gift from God. Prudence is a gift from God that allows us to live a quality life on earth. Every single human being receive this gift of prudence from God in different ways at different levels. We make decisions differently according to prudence that we receive from God. Without prudence, we cannot receive wisdom from God. So wisdom and prudence, they work hand in hand. Prudence is the quality of being cautious, the quality of being watchful on any circumstances so that we can be able to detect danger ahead of us. We need to be aware of the circumstances that we encounter as children of God. We need to be very attentive on circumstances so that we can make right decisions. Prudence is to exercise good judgment or common sense in every circumstance of life. So think of situations in life. What are situations in life that we need prudence so that we can receive wisdom? As we raise our kids as parents, we need prudence. There's things in life that our children will ask us, and we need to have prudence so that we can tell them yes or no. We need to be able to listen to our children and think carefully before we can give them any answers on those requests they give us. As we live on earth as Christians or children of God, we need to have prudence on financial matters of lives. We need to have prudence on financial matters. Imagine that you are outside with your young boy or young girl, young son or daughter. For example, here in North America, many times I see people go to the rivers with their little ones. They take very young kids, like 4 years old, 3 years old. They take with them to the rivers, to the paths, and they love to sit next to the river with them. Many times it has come to my view that I've seen people taking very young kids and they leave them right next to the river that is flowing so fast, and the parents are busy doing other things like fishing and just having fun next to them. As I sit there and observe, I can tell those parents are not thinking at all about those kids. They just leave them right there to play with the water without being careful, without being watchful to them. So many times we hear circumstances where young kids, ages 3, 4, 5, they drown in rivers or in lakes. And most of the time we jump into blaming God. Many of us, we lack prudence. As we enjoy life, we do not take precautions. We are not vigilant We sit around our kids and we leave them to do everything. When we have conflicts in marriages, most of us human beings, we lack prudence. We fail to communicate in the best way. So we lack prudence. And many people lack prudence when they are very angry. Many of us, as we reach age 40, we find ourselves in debts, big debts. And guess what? Many of us are not ready to get out of debts. Why? Because we lack prudence. Yes, we lack prudence, so wisdom will never come to us. Yes, so we will not be able to find wisdom to get out of debts because we simply lack prudence and we do not even want to receive it. We'll never follow any advices on budgeting. So we will lack prudence and we will lack the wisdom on how to encounter those financial issues, financial circumstances that we struggle from. So God tells us any prudent person will see danger ahead of them and they will take refuge right away. Any person who is prudent will see danger ahead of him or her and they will take refuge. But the simple will keep going and pay the penalty. They will simply mock at you and they will not listen because they think you are a fool. Yes, the simple people, those people who will not want to listen, those people who will lack prudence, will not receive wisdom, and guess what? They are going to face or to pay the penalty. Yes, they're gonna be hit so hard. Yes, they are doomed. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge and discretion. So God tells us, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence. That means without prudence you cannot find wisdom because they dwell together. You need to have prudence first, then you can receive wisdom. Yes, we should not focus on the good things we see right there. We need to think, we need to ask Him for the wisdom so that we can see danger ahead of us. No matter how things look good at the moment, we need to receive wisdom from God, whether to go ahead or to back off. That's why God tells us, receive my instructions and not silver. When you have wisdom, you have everything. Yes, because your life will be very good life. You live a very high quality kind of life. And all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. Yes, everything on earth that we desire, we cannot compare that to wisdom from God. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. Any person who is prudent will receive knowledge from God and keep it. Any person who is a fool will proclaim foolishness. Yes, they don't take time to think. They'll just jump into it head first. They're gonna face the penalty. They're gonna pay it. Many of us, when we act like fools, we do not take time to think. Sometimes wisdom might come, but still we push it aside and go ahead because we are tempted. We cannot resist. We just jump into it straight. Yes. A scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy to him who understands. Fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is favor. There's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. The simple believes every word, but the prudent considers well his steps. Whatever information, whatever ideas comes to us, we need to judge. We need to think about it. First, we need to ask God for wisdom. That's when we have prudence. We need to be cautious. Yes, we need to be vigilant. We need to think. Then we will be able to consider our steps before we jump into it. Yes, because many ways in our lives seem to be very right in front of us. But God tells us its end is the way of death. Its end is the way of death. And it's sad to say, so many people end in that way. Who is a scoffer? A scoffer is a person who mocks everything. Whatever information that you provide them, they will not listen. Even if you open from the Word of God and tell them straight, they will not take it. Why? Because they simply like to mock God. They mock on God. So God tells us a scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy to him who understands. Yes, whoever is ready to receive knowledge, is going to be very easy for that person to receive. Yes, and understands. But fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is a favor. Whoever is upright, they will always receive favor from God. And also God tells us today, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he who heeds counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is known at once, but a prudent man covers shame. A fool will use his own wisdom. The fool will not ask God for the wisdom. Why? Because that person lacks prudence. That person will judge everything according to himself. Do not be one who shakes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from you. Many people want to look very good. Many people want people to see them very wealthy. They're gonna simply shake hands and accept the offer without thinking. Guess what? They lack prudence. Yes, they should think twice. They should judge everything before they take a step. That's why God tells us to not be one who shake hands in pledge or put up security for debts. Yes, God is trying to tell us debts are very bad. They will make you very insecure. They'll make your life miserable. It's very true. Before we take any actions, no matter how good they look in front of us, those ideas or offers that comes our way, we need to think. Any kind of offer that comes our way, we need to think. We need to be vigilant. We need to be sober. We need to be prudent. We need to ask God for His wisdom before we can take action. And guess what? God is going to reveal Himself and He's going to show us the way. He's going to show us everything ahead of us. And we will make good decisions in life. We will never ever be surprised of anything because we plan ahead of us. We plan ahead of us with God. We ask God for His wisdom before we jump into any kind of offers or any circumstances. Do not be one who shake hands in pledge or put up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, yes, God tells us if you lack the means to pay, that means you should be able to see that, this one I cannot, so I should back off and leave for good. But if you continue with it, God tells us your very bed will be snatched away from you. You will go down. Thank you so much for reasoning with us today. And God may continue to bless you as we reason again next time, as God is going to prepare something for us. May God bless you.